topic of discussion is basal cell carcinoma. Okay. So basal cell carcinoma, what do you mean by carcinoma? Carcinoma কি কাকে বলা হয় বল? আর cell of origin হচ্ছে epithelial cell, তাই তো? আচ্ছা, তো এখানে রোড ম্যাপ কি আমরা ইন্ট্রোডাকশন, এপিডেমিওলজি, ইটিওলজি, রিস্ক ফ্যাক্টর, প্যাথোজেনেসিস, ক্লিনিক্যাল ফিচার্স, দেন মাইক্রোস্কোপি, ট্রিটমেন্ট অ্যান্ড প্রগনোসিস। তো ফার্স্ট কামিং টু এটা হচ্ছে একটি ইন্ট্রোডাকশন যে আমরা কি স্কিনের লেয়ার্স। তো স্কিনে মেইনলি 3 লেয়ার্স, এপিডার্মিস, ডার্মিস, হাইপোডার্মিস। ওকে, so epidermis also has 5 sublayers, which is stratum corneum, lucidum, granulosum, spinosum and basale or the basal layer. So basal cell carcinoma, so this basal layer is mostly involved. So see, epidermis, dermis, then we have this subcutaneous fat, hair follicle, sebaceous gland, blood vessels and nerves. Then basal cell carcinoma, it is a slow growing tumor. It rarely metastasizes. So this is very important. This rarely metastasizes. And site where there is chronic sun exposure and in individuals who have lighter skin types. So it is more common in warm southern regions of the state. Incidence is 40 folds higher in the climate, sunny climates such as Australia. Then also male are more prone than females and also fair skinned people are more prone. So what is the risk factors? Risk factors first is UV radiation or sun exposure, then ionizing radiation, also arsenic exposure, and genetic conditions are also associated with basal cell carcinoma. What are those? Nevoid basal cell carcinoma syndrome, that is also known as the Gorlin syndrome. Then xeroderma pigmentosum and ocular albinism. So the most common risk factor is sun exposure. Remember this, UV radiation, sun exposure. More common in people who have a fair skin tone. Okay. Then pathogenesis. This is very important. So pathogenesis is the molecular hallmark of basal cell carcinoma. It is a loss of function of gene, that is PTCH1 gene. Remember this, PTCH1 gene, that is the molecular hallmark. So what is this PTC1 gene? This is a tumor suppressor gene. So tumor suppressor gene that regulates the Hedgehog signaling. We will subsequently discuss. So this UV radiation, as I already told you, that it has a major impact on the pathogenesis of BCC. How? Because it induces the PTCH1 mutation, causes TP53 mutations, causes genomic instability. So this UV radiation will act as a major trigger, and this Hedgehog signaling will be the key molecular event that will cause this tumor formation. Okay. So normal Hedgehog signaling, it regulates the embryonic development, tissue repair and stem cell maintenance. So the major components are Hedgehog ligands, PTCH1, it is a receptor that binds to smoothen in the absence of the ligand. And also we have this GLI transcription factors. So these GLI transcription factors, they regulate the expression of target genes. Okay. So anyone knows how this name came, Hedgehog and Sonic Hedgehog? Any idea? So this original Hedgehog gene was first discovered in a fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster. Okay. So this has spiky projections that gives it resemblance to a hedgehog. I'll show the picture. And this Sonic Hedgehog is named after the Sega video game character, Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay. So see, this spiky projections like a hedgehog. Okay. So how does it function? Normal Hedgehog signaling. In the absence of a Hedgehog ligand, there is this PTCH1 will bind to the SMO, which is the smoothen. Then it will GLI transcription factors will remain inactive. So the target genes will not be expressed. So the normal cell proliferation will be there. Like how the normal cell proliferates, no excessive proliferation will be there. But when you have this hedgehog signaling in basal cell carcinoma, so as we studied that there is loss of function of PTCH1. So, or activating mutation in SMO. So, this SMO will be continuously active and this GLI transcription factors will be activated. So, that will cause the continuous transcription of the target genes, that will cause uncontrolled proliferation of the basal keratinocytes, that will cause basal cell carcinoma. See, these genetic alterations are very important. PTC1 mutation, SMO activating mutations, okay. So all this will cause downstream effect of the GLI activation. So there will be more cell proliferation, there will be more angiogenesis. You all know angiogenesis, all this will be promoted. So tumor formation will occur. See, there is binding of SHH in normal cell. So there is dissociation of PTCH and SMO. So transcript ligand dependent signal transduction is there, which is causing transcription factor GLI and activation of the gene expression. But this unregulated cell division will, in cases of mutated PTCH1 in cases of basal cell carcinoma, will cause unregulated cell division, which will cause abnormal cell proliferation, and this carcinoma will occur. So how is ultraviolet ray causing this? So it is inducing the PTCH1 mutation, causing TP53 mutation. And what is the implication? Like why we should be focusing on this pathway? Because we can use, they have therapeutic implications. Many drugs we use, which are hedgehog pathway inhibitors or the SMO inhibitors. Okay, Vismodegib and Sonidegib. So coming to clinical presentations. So clinical presentations, mainly they present as a raised nodule or a papule, and this have rolled edges. Sometimes they can be ulcerated. So the main clinical feature you all know, it is locally invasive nodular basal cell carcinoma, which has a central ulcer with rolled pearly margins and telangiectasia. Also, because this, I will show the picture. On the left side you can see these blood vessels. So this is telangiectasia. Okay. So also in lighter skin individuals, they will be erythematous. But in dark skinned individuals, it will be darker in color. So we can also confuse it with melanoma. So distribution, most common area or the site is head and neck. Nose is the most common, followed by trunk, upper limbs, and palms and soles are extremely rare. See, this is the distribution. Okay. So here we can see how this presents in lighter skin individuals and darker skin individuals. We might confuse it with melanoma. See, this is the nodular near the nose. These are the types. So nodular BCC, superficial BCC, pigmented, basosquamous and morphoic BCC. So microscopy, this is very important. So basaloid cell nests will be seen. So these are cells that have hyperchromatic nuclei, scant basophilic cytoplasm with a higher nuclear cytoplasmic ratio. So there will be nest, islands and cords of tumor cells. Also peripheral palisading, I will show in the subsequent slides. So these tumor cells will be arranged in a parallel fence-like pattern around the tumor nests. So this is called peripheral palisading. It is fence-like. Then retraction clefts, these are artifacts. So why? Because there is this stroma and also tumor nests. So there will be a separated area. So clear spaces will separate the tumor nests and the surrounding mucinous stroma. Okay. So these are the retraction clefts. So two patterns mainly, multifocal and nodular. So multifocal, they originate from the epidermis and extend over several square centimeters or more of the skin surface, and nodular lesions will grow downward and deep. So this is important. Histologically, the tumor cells will resemble those in the normal basal cell layer of the epidermis. Okay, basal cell carcinoma. এইভাবে মনে রাখবি যে the tumor cells resemble those in the normal basal layer of the epidermis. Okay, see, these are the nests of the basaloid cells. Okay, and on that side you can see that is a retraction artifact. Okay, see, there is a peripheral palisading. Peripheral tumor cells arranged in a parallel fence-like palisading pattern in tumor nests. So see, this is the peripheral palisading. Stromal retraction, that cleft, and this is mucin production. So these are the histological subtypes. Just remember the name. Most common is the nodular BCC. Okay, so nodular BCC, superficial BCC, micronodular. Then infiltrative, morphiform or the sclerosing BCC, pigmented and basosquamous. See, nodular BCC, palisading cleft formation and mucin deposition. So we can see nodules, these are the basaloid cells. Okay, palisading, the tumor cells are arranged in a parallel fashion, fence-like pattern. Then pigmented BCC, see, these are the pigments. So we can mistake this for melanoma. Okay, then this is adenoid BCC. We can see this is marked mucin production is there. So it looks like a pseudoglandular appearance, it is there. So this is another variant of BCC. Then ulcerative BCC, in older literature this was referred to as the rodent ulcer. Okay, so this rodent ulcer, it have a rolled margin. Why rodent? Because you know rodents, they dig with their sharp tooths. Okay, so this have a rolled margin. Then morphiform BCC, these have a thin collagenous stroma and abundant mucin will be there. And micronodular, small micronodules will be there. So when we saw nodular, which is the most common, we also have this micronodular BCC. Okay, treatment. Coming to treatment, so surgical excision, it is the most common, like the first line treatment for BCC. Mohs micrographic surgery, it is the surgery that is done. Then cure rate while preserving the normal tissue. Topical imicrimod and 5-fluorouracil are useful, but those are for superficial BCC. Radiotherapy, then as I told you, this importance of Hedgehog pathway, so we can use vismodegib and sonidegib. Okay, prognosis, it has a excellent long-term survival and also there is very low mortality. Metastasis is extremely rare and local tissue destruction can be extensive if left untreated. Okay, so for the take-home message, so okay, so what are the risk factors then? Someone please summarize risk factors. Mainly ki hoy? Risk factors ki? Chronic sun exposure, UV rays are associated syndromes o thake, tai to? Most common hedgehog pathway, sonic hedgehog pathway, আর কিসে কিসে দেখতে পাবো? আর কোন কোন কার্সিনোমাস বা ক্যান্সারসে দেখবি বল? Gorlin syndrome, medulloblastoma, basal cell carcinoma. Okay, okay, then histopathological examination হচ্ছে gold standard for confirming the diagnosis. Then also this important is a regular follow-up. Why? Because these patients are increased risk of recurrence and developing new primary skin cancers. Also, sun protection and patient education remain the cornerstone of BCC prevention. Okay. হেজক সিগন্যালিং মেন জিনিসটা মনে রাখতে হবে হচ্ছে এইটা, যে নর্মালি ফিজিওলজিক কন্ডিশনসে হেজক পাথওয়েটা কি রেগুলেট করছে, এমব্রায়োনিক ডেভেলপমেন্ট রেগুলেট করছে, টিস্যু রিপেয়ার আর স্টেম সেল মেইনটেনেন্স। ওকে, তো কি কি বল জিনস গুলো মেজর কম্পোনেন্টস কি কি, কেউ বল, লেখা আছে তো দেখে বল। সো PTCH1, ঠিক আছে, PTCH1, দেন স্মুদেন যেটা হচ্ছে ট্রান্সমেমব্রেন প্রোটিন যেটা সিগন্যাল ট্রান্সমিট করছে, GLI ট্রান্সক্রিপশন ফ্যাক্টরস, দিস ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, হেজক সিগন্যালিং ইন বেসাল সেল কার্সিনোমা, রিমেম্বার দিস। কিছু কনফিউশন বল, বুঝতে অসুবিধা হয়েছে কিছু, বুঝতে পেরেছি সেটা, দিস ইজ ইম্পর্টেন্ট। Okay, because genetic alterations যেটা hallmark, PTCH1 mutation is the hallmark, remember this. So that will cause the loss of inhibition of SMO. SMO activating mutations will be there, which will continuously cause the activating signals will be sent. That will cause transcription of the target genes. That will cause uncontrolled basal cell keratinocyte proliferation, causing basal cell carcinoma. This is important. আর নিওপ্লেশিয়াতে তোরা পড়েছিস সেগুলো, এই যে ডাউনস্ট্রিম এফেক্ট অফ GLI অ্যাক্টিভেশন কি কি হয়, তো রিমেম্বার দিস, যে ইনক্রিজড BCL2 হলে কি হবে, অ্যাপোপ্টোসিস উইল বি ইনহিবিটেড। সো আলটিমেটলি increased VEGF, increased MMPs, all will cause uncontrolled basal keratinocyte proliferation, survival and tumor growth. That will cause basal cell carcinoma. So who are more prone to basal cell carcinoma? বল, কে কে more prone, বল কেউ একজন বল, লেখা আছে। UV radiation, then fair skin people, then people with chronic sun exposure. Okay, then pathogenesis, what is the molecular hallmark? Ball, PTCH1 mutation. Okay, so UV rays, how it is causing BCC, remember that it is inducing the PTCH1 mutation, it is causing TP53 mutation and increasing the genomic instability, and this UV radiation is acting as a major environmental trigger, and this HEJAK pathway is the molecular event that is causing the tumor formation. Okay, clinically how is it presenting? Mostly as a raised nodule, then আর কি, আলসারটাকে কি বলে, নামটা বল, আলসারটা কি, rodent ulcer, লেখাই তো, rodent ulcer, classical term that is used. Okay, so there is subepidermal blood vessels which are prominent, telangiectasia. Most common কোথায় বল, most common কোথায়, site, head and neck, nose. Okay, আচ্ছা, টাইপস গুলো বল BCC যেগুলো কমন, টাইপস গুলো বল। একটা নডিউলার, তারপর নডিউলারের সাথে আরেকটা কি যেটা ছোট, মাইক্রোনডিউলার। ওকে, সো মাইক্রো, দেন আর কি কি আছে, নডিউলার, মাইক্রোনডিউলার, সুপারফিশিয়াল, অ্যাডিনয়েড, মরফিয়াফর্ম or sclerosing. So remember this, for microscopy basaloid cell nest will be there, peripheral palisading will be there, and there will be retraction clefts. Okay, see this is the peripheral palisading, arrow ta point korche এরকম ফেন্সিং এর মতো করে করে সাইডে পুরো অ্যারেঞ্জড আছে, peripheral palisading. Okay, then there is stromal retraction মিউসিন প্রোডাকশন। কোনো ডাউটস আছে? ঠিক আছে, তাহলে এটা রিক্যাপিচুলেট করে নিলাম আমরা। সো এটা বল আনসার। গুড। দেন এটা বল। ওকে, ভেরি গুড। দেন ওকে, হ্যাঁ, ভেরি গুড। দেন গুড। হ্যাঁ, তারপর এটা বল, বল কেউ একজন বল, এটা কি হবে আনসার? ওকে, তো হাইয়েস্ট রেকারেন্স রেট, আর এটা হচ্ছে মোস্ট ইনফিল্ট্রেটিভ সাবটাইপ। এটা বল। So this is a 68-year-old farmer that presents with a slowly enlarging pearly papule over the nose with surface telangiectasia. Histopathology confirms basal cell carcinoma. So genetic abnormality, there is loss of function of mutation of the PTCH1 gene. So which of the following is the immediate consequence of this mutation? PTCH1 যেটা loss of function হলো, তারপর কি হলো? বল বল, ঠিক বলছিস। So normally inhibits SMO, তাই তো? So mutation in PTCH1 will remove this inhibition, leading to continuous activation of the Hedgehog signaling. তো আরো proliferation হবে, যেটা আমরা পড়লাম যে uncontrolled proliferation of the basal cell keratinocytes ultimately causing this basal cell carcinoma.